What up, y'all? Back again. I'm just here showing you some more photos from what is buildings supposedly built in and around the 1800s with no power tools, no infrastructure, horses and wagons with chisels and hammers. We didn't even have professional sports, y'all. We didn't have cars, didn't have dump trucks, cranes, no power, no lighting, no cordless tools, and we had a wooden ladder. A wooden ladder. See, some of the stuff's been dug out because we had a mud flood that occurred in around 1812. And it was from the loosing of the enemy Satan from the abyss after 1,000 years of being locked in chains, and the millennial kingdom was on the earth. And these are structures that are left over millennial kingdom as we are in the short season in Revelation, heading towards the war of Gog and Magog. And you can't tell me that we built these structures. They may look kind of old now, but they were glorious. They also have been through the devastation of the mud flood and whatever ended during the end of the millennial kingdom. There was a lot of devastation that happened in 1812 before we were reset, or right at the time of the reset when I believe a rapture occurred, because there was no people. But when you look at these structures, we can't build them today. They have all different dates on them, but you're going to find it's going to be a lie. And when cameras came out in around 1820, they would show these empty cities, mud flooded out, with no trees, no kind of foliage, and everything was muddy because the mud flood had occurred worldwide. This is the biggest conspiracy of all conspiracies, to hide the fact that the millennial kingdom occurred, and they added 800 to 1,000 years to the calendar. And we have these structures all over the earth that we can't build today. And they try to explain away that they used horses, chisels, donkeys, and wooden wheels and wooden rickety ladders to build this stuff. And even if we could, where are these architects today? Where are these constructors today? Because we don't build like this at all, not even close. Everything we built is fake, and this was a worldwide controller. This was a kingdom that was worldwide, because you look and it's in every country of the world, even in the New World. And they will say that we built this stuff. And in America, for instance, that we built imitation Greco-Roman stuff just for symbolism and things like that. But it's not true. That it's authentically the same anywhere you go. And they've been trying to destroy it over time and put fake narratives on it. But could you imagine this with 7 times the sunlight? There was no ice and snow for 1,000 years on all the old maps. And these glorious structures may have turned on. They had equipment that is not in use today, that's been dismantled to bring down free air electricity. They had these cathedrals. We don't even know if they were used as churches. We don't believe they were. But look at these things. You'll find that they're top heavy, and a lot of them go into the ground. Windows going into the ground, or the infrastructure or the structure of the main building is shorter on the bottom, and it's top heavy because it's sunk in the mud, and if you were to dig it out, you would see the rest of the structure. But instead, they can't dig all these buildings out, so they cover them up by building the infrastructure going right up to them. But these were also made for gigantic people, because during the millennial kingdom, the saints were bigger than us. bigger than us, and they built bigger structures. Then you'll find Tartaria written all over all these old maps, and we never learned anything about that in our history. So who was Tartaria? That was on the maps until right before the 1800s. You know, it's strange, y'all. It's strange because we can't do this stuff today. You need skilled labor, and you need ways to get these heavy pieces into place and to drag them and quarry them. Where'd you get it from? How did you get it? Wherever you got it. There was very few people back in before the 1800s, and with no equipment. Everything ramped up in the 1880s when we truly, really came back to reoccupy these cities. But they're in every city of the world. They're everywhere. They're in your hometown probably. But they're covering this stuff up. And it was glorious, and it was all over the place, and they carpet bombed places and destroyed all these buildings over and over just to get rid of them, because they don't want you to know. And if they were to remain up, you would eventually realize we didn't build them. So they burned them down. They hit them with deep energy weapons and take them out, destroy them, say they're outdated when they were glorious, or they'll repurpose them. All the governments took them over, the Catholic Church, and the jail system, the schools, the courts, the post offices. They just repurposed them, Capitol buildings, for these governors and congressmen. We didn't build them. And if you look into the old historical narrative, you'll find that we built garbage compared to these structures. And if you were to see them in their glorious day before sin re-entered this world like it is, amazing. Give me a like, subscription. Thank you for watching.